Welcome to our 12 Days of Christmas nail art series featuring me, Talia, from Talia's Nail Tales.
And me, from Sarah's Nail Secrets. We had so much fun doing the series last year that we're doing it again with 12 new themes.
Be sure to check the description box below for links to last year's videos. Let's get started. Welcome to Day 11, everyone. Day 11 is hands down my favorite design of this entire series. I love how festive it is. I love how colorful it is. It just screams Christmas to me. Day 11 is themed cozy Christmas, kind of with the idea of like a cozy fireplace or cozy hot chocolate. Now, I took my inspiration for these from these hot cocoa bars that you can find all over Pinterest. I really wanted to implement one of them in my house this year. It just didn't work out with timing, plus I need to gather some more supplies, but that's besides the point. I love how these look. I think they're so festive. I think they're so cool, and I wanted to try and recreate something like this on my clients' nails. This specific picture is what I took the main inspiration from because I absolutely loved the colors of this. I loved the little signs. I loved how bright and festive it was. I also really liked the images that were true like red and green Christmas colors. So let's see how this all came together. I wanted the main focal point to be her two middle fingers, so her middle finger and her ring finger. On those nails, I wanted it to be a really white background, but still have that really nice pearl finish to it. So of course, I'm going to use Fusion's Walk the Stage. It is a beautiful color. You guys have seen it multiple times in this Christmas series. You'll probably continue to see it years to come as long as they never discontinue this color. The red I decided to use on her pointer finger is Slaying in Red from Light Elegance. You guys have seen this make an appearance in the Christmas series as well. It is a really nice kind of orangish red type of background with really fine red pink sparkles in it. I really liked this because it's not an overpowering glitter, but I thought it would work really nice as a background for this nail. I also decided to use this exact same color on her thumbnail. I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do on her thumb, but I knew that I wanted more of this red incorporated into the design. Her pinky nail, I just wanted to leave pretty plain, so I'm going to take some of Light Elegance's Silver Sparkle, put it all over her nail, and then we're going to throw in some chunky glitters. I wanted some chunky glitters that had some bar glitter in it because bar glitters, in my opinion, kind of look super festive for this time of year, and the glitters that I'm using are from the nail team. All of these color gels and glitter gels are going to be embedded with my Fusion 2.5. So I'm going to go in with a quick slip layer. Then we're going to take a bigger bead and kind of put it back and forth on the nail. Why am I saying bead? I've clearly been watching too many of Sarah's acrylic videos. I find having a slip layer down just helps the gel move a little bit better where I want it. We're going to skip ahead and jump straight to the art on top, which consists mainly of stamping. Now, to get all the stamping images that I wanted on her nail, I had to scour through a bunch of my different clear jelly stamping plates. This one here is a coffee-inspired plate that I thought if we did a brown center to the cup, it would look a little bit more like hot chocolate versus coffee, though I guess they kind of look the same. And there's also a little tiny design that you can stamp on top that is supposed to look like froth. And I thought if we did it in a white pearl color, it would kind of look a little bit more like marshmallows. This is one of my favorite nails. I love how this one turned out. I will do my best to list all of the products used in this video in the description box below, just because I'm not entirely sure of all of the names of the stamping plates or the polishes. Now, to get the kind of holly look as an accent, we're using that really shimmery green color that Clear Jelly offers. We're also using a really nice red color that'll match the red in the rest of the nail designs. This specific plate I know is called Merry Christmas, My Dear, one of my hands down favorite Christmas plates that Clear Jelly has ever come out with because of all the floral embellishments, but also because of the unique snowflake stamping. Now, if you get any of the color on your stamper that you don't want, you can just kind of dab it off with your nail or your gloves, and then that way it's not going to ruin the rest of the design when you go to stamp it on top. A few of the elements that I wanted to be sure to include in this nail design were some gingerbread cookies, some peppermints, some coffee cups, some hollies, as well as like a really cute quote or saying. So this gingerbread stamp I actually have on one of my older Christmas plates, but I thought it would work perfect in this design because I could make it the focal point but still have the holly up in the center or up in the top corner of the nail. These holly leaves I don't believe are designed to make it look the way that I'm making it look. I'm just kind of being a little bit creative here and positioning it a little bit different so that I can make it look like holly kind of off-centered into her nail. So sometimes when you look at plates, even though they're kind of separate, you can kind of make the images work together, if that makes sense. And I thought that once we stamped the berries on top of it, it would kind of tie it all together. On her middle finger on her left hand, I wanted to incorporate some candy images. So these candy images are actually from a Halloween stamping plate. And I just thought that if I used red and green colors versus any other kind of Halloween looking candy colors, it would definitely look a little bit more Christmas and a little bit more traditional. I knew I wanted a really cute and fun quote on her pointer finger. Now, this video was filmed long before the whole controversy of this song came to be. I just think that it's funny that this was the image that I decided to put on here. But anyway, I don't even want to touch on the whole controversy of that song. I think it's rather silly. But moving on to her other pointer nail, I decided to use this really nice peppermint image. I am so glad that Clear Jelly came out with a peppermint image like this because I used to try and hand paint it, and let me tell you, it did not look good. We are going to add some Swarovski crystal elements to this client's nails. So we're going to go in, because it is a silver base, I just want to put in some red and green Swarovski crystals. Now the green color is called dark moss green, and the red is called light cyan, and the sizes, the big one in the middle is an SS16, the two on the outsides are SS9s, and then the smaller ones that I'm going to go in with are SS5s. All of my Swarovski crystal tools that I'm using are linked in the description box below. I also have a how to apply Swarovski crystal video that is always linked in the description box below. All of the steps are the same, just some of the tools have changed, but for the most part I do the exact same thing. I decided to put a little stone in the center of the peppermint nail. Then we're going to go to her thumbnail, and I'm going to put Swarovski crystals all over this as well. Because it is a red base, I'm going to go in with some of my green crystals as well as my opal crystals, which are my favorite crystals to use if you want like a white look to your Swarovski crystals. Our last step is to top gloss over the entire design. This is when you guys get a chance to see it kind of all come together and see the vision behind what I was trying to create here. I loved these nails so much. I wish that I was wearing them because I just feel like they're so festive. I love that I was able to use something that I thought was a really neat home decor item as inspiration for these nails. I was really happy with how these turned out. Now you guys will notice when I'm stamping over, or when I'm top glossing over top of all of this stamping here, the top gloss that I'm using, which I can't remember which one, is starting to separate over top of it a little bit. So there's a couple things you can do to prevent that. One of the things you can do is a tip that I got from Ivory, where you can take a wipe that is kind of saturated in 99% alcohol and just kind of dab it on the nail to remove the tacky kind of stickiness that is left behind of the stamping polish. Or you can go in and top coat it a second time, which is what I specifically did in this design here. Also, if you're looking for a top gloss that doesn't separate over top of stamping, the NSI Glaze and Go works really well, and you guys have told me that the Kiara Sky No Wipe Top Coat works really well too. To remove any of the polish that has got behind on her skin, just take some nail polish remover or acetone. I actually like to use acetone when I'm doing something that has a lot of polish or is done in black or white, because I find that the hardest to remove. But I prefer using a nail polish remover because I find it not as harsh on my client's skin. And that is it for day 11, cozy Christmas themed. What do you guys think of these nails? Do you take inspiration from anywhere else when you're designing nail designs? Comment below and let me know where you get your most inspiration from. Make sure you head on over to Sarah's channel to see what she did. When I first saw these, I was like, Sarah, there's no fireplace, there's no hot chocolate, what's going on? But if you look really closely on the ring finger, there's totally a fireplace design as the background, and I can't wait to see how she came together with these. I also love the tones of these nails. I think they're really, really cool. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media. Come back tomorrow for the very last day, day 12, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!